Start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, if you refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned that every time the price broke the previous top, we get the correction. And that's why when the price was within this move, we mentioned still we can expect the price to drop to the trend line. This is what we get. And now as we can see, the way it's moving is really corrective. We want to see how we can look for the trade. And first of all, we start with daily chart. Based on daily chart, we have nothing to talk because this is what we have it right now. We want to see whether this one can continue and break the top, or still we can expect to get a bigger correction. Okay, in this case we move to forward chart. All right, based on forward chart, we have been looking for this to really put in relative to this, because when we have this sharp move, the price broke the top, start to drop. Okay, because we were expecting this one, if the price can break the 1.6, then there is a continuation. But within one sharp move, we get the price moved and break the previous top, then suddenly reverse. Okay, and even in our analysis, we mentioned the way it's moving is really corrective. And right now we adjust this one to here. And from what we can see here, we don't have any really good, we don't have really good trade setup to look for, because every time the price broke the previous top, it start to drop. Now, can we expect if we get one more drop? Because we can look for this correction, maybe release in lower time frame, we can look, we can point on it. Then from maybe from there we get the opportunity to look for buy. Okay, maybe it's better I move to 1 hour chart. All right, what I want to say is that now the question is whether we can expect this one turn to flat for one more drop. For sure, if we get one more drop with the breakout of, and at least for breakout of this, then mostly we can look for the divergence. Then maybe from there we can look for next move. But how about if the price start to move from here? Because right now we have this move, this one turn to a correction. Okay, from what we have right now, I don't think we can get a really good correction, because still we can expect this one to move as a corrective. That's why the only way is to have entry above this or here. It depends on the traders whether they want to look for the put entry above the 1.5, 1.45, or maybe we can have entry above this 1.45, or they put here around 1.55. Okay, maybe this one we put a bit higher with the not exactly 4.6. Okay, now why we can to have entry above the top, it is really risky, because easily the price can tag and reverse, and especially for this, because the price easily can tag, since every time it's broke the previous top, they can start to the reverse. That's why easily the price can tag and reverse. And what we expecting, we want the price to break 1.6 and continue. Okay, if this one give us one more drop, all right, then we don't need to trade with any of this option. Mostly from there, if you get any buy setup, we can trade it. But in case the price continue from here, that means this one tend to as a correction. All right, one of the options to have entry at 1.46 or 1.55. What we expect the price to tag, break, and continue. But this kind of the trade is really risky. The price can tag and reverse. That's why if traders they want to look for this trade, they should be quite careful. The only reason we can have entry above if the price continue with the sharp move continue from here. But the best is whether we wait for the breakout of, should we, the best things is if the price continue from here, we wait for the breakout of 1.46. If we get any flag, then from there we look for buy, because as we can see, almost 1.6 is the top. We don't want to buy at the top. Okay, that's why we mentioned if the price give us one more drop, it can give us better confirmation. And the another thing is, unless we wait and we see this one turn to a bigger correction for buy, then if we get maybe next day, if we get a bigger correction, then we don't need to have any of this. Okay, but right now from what we have, in case the price continue from here, we can follow with any of this option, or we wait for the breakout. But we need to know if this one move as a really corrective, we are not going to have any trade it at all. We are not going to trade because we cannot have any of the options, because any of the options we mentioned right now in case we get the sharp move. All right. By the way, we don't have any trade setup, and as from what we have right now, it doesn't give us any good. All right, even based on what we have right now, still we can expect one move up with the breakout of the top, then maybe the price can drop. Okay, that's why we mentioned if this one give us one more drop, it can give us a better opportunity. Unless this one give break the top, we get one move down, tend to expanding, then maybe from there we can look for a sharp move, like to look for buy based on lower time frame. By the way, we don't have a really good trade setup, as we can see even based on higher time frame, the wiz moving is really corrective. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup, then I will share. Thanks.